Hi everyone, Alex is here. Today we're going to be talking about how self-employed people have to file their tax return every single year. We will be doing that by answering with those three different questions. Number one, what do you need to do as a self-employed person to file your tax return? Number two, how do you report your tax return? And number three, tips to do your tax return as a self-employed person correctly. Before we get to the content, make sure you drop like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to help the channel grow. If you want to get the extra mile to help the channel, make sure you check our channel program down below. And let's get right into this piece of information. Before we start answering with those three other questions, let me answer the first question for you guys. Who is a self-employed person? Let me quote at the same time the IRS. According to the IRS, you are self-employed if any of the following apply to you. You carry on a trade business as a sole proprietor or an independent contractor. You are a member of a partnership that carries on a trade or business. You are otherwise in business for yourself, including part-time or full-time. The fact that you are not an employee, you have to do your due diligence to hold your taxes yourself, because as a self-employed person, you don't have a paychecks and nobody is holding taxes for your paychecks every pay period. Let me start with the first question very quick, guys. The first question was, what do you need to do as a self-employed person? You will actually need to do two things as a self-employed person when tax return time arrives. Number one, make sure you have enough money to cover your taxes, because I've been seeing many people getting in big trouble because they forget that no one is holding taxes from payments they receive. So, when time arrives for them to fill their tax return, they notice a surprise tax bill, even though they should have seen it coming. Because as a self-employer, you have the full responsibility to collect all of your taxes from every payment. For instance, federal taxes, Social Security, Medicare, states. So make sure you have money set aside to cover your taxes. Number two, you need to make sure you report your taxes income correctly as a self-employed person. The second question is that, how do you report your taxes? As an employee, you receive a W-2. You know that. And then they put the taxable wages on the individual income tax return. Therefore, as an employer, self-employed person, you are going to either get a 1099 MISC or a 1099K, or you are not going to get anything at all. In case you get all of those or you don't get none of those, you should report your income on your individual income taxes, which is the 1040 tax form, by reporting it on Schedule C. The third thing that we're going to be talking today is the tips to do your taxes as a self-employed person correctly. Number one thing to do is thinking about your deductions. Make sure you claim all of your deduction through the Schedule C as you did for your income, so you can save money. So any expenses related to your self-employed activity can be used as your deductions and eventually reduce your taxable income each and every year. Number two, estimated tax payment. When, for example, you predict a certain amount of money that you might pay the IRS during the tax return, then you set aside some money from time to time through your estimated tax payment to pay IRS taxes on your potential income from the business throughout the course of the year. So you can save a lot of money. Avoid paying the interest and penalties to the IRS. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to drop them down below the video. If you see this information is helpful or useful, please like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to help the channel grow. Aside from that, guys, thank you so much for your time and appreciation.